Hey guys, it's Anna. I hope you don't mind me walking and talking. I am in Yellowstone. It's the end of June and it's like 48 degrees and it's been raining all day. This is the first little bit of dry moment. I figured I would make a little video right now because I need to be making noise because I'm in bear country. And even though I have bear spray, I left it in my car because I thought, oh, I'll just stay in the touristy areas along the paths and, you know, that'll be fine. But then I saw a little trail and I decided to take it, and here I am now with nobody around. So I started using Fenbendazole a couple months ago, and I said I would update after my doctor's appointment, but I didn't end up updating because there really wasn't much to update. Everything was still normal for me. Liver enzymes normal. My tumor marker count was higher than it'd been so far, but only by a little. My what was it? C27.29 was 22, which is still technically within normal range, but I started at like 17, I think, when my metastasis was first discovered. So anyway, not much to write home about except that Fenbendazole alone didn't seem to elevate my liver enzymes. So fast forward, about 2 months after I started using Fenbendazole, I read Jane McLelland's book, How to Starve Cancer Without Starving Yourself, and it was really amazing. Wow, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. So cool. So basically she talks about the metabolic approach to starving cancer, whereas the conventional approach is chemo, surgery, and radiation and hormonal therapies. The metabolic approach looks at what cancer cells need to survive and starving them of those things. Namely proteins, sugars, fats, amino acids, and hormones. Those overlap with conventional. So cool. And so the amazing thing is that she is a 2-time stage 4 cancer survivor. Her first stage 4 cancer was cervical, and they told her she probably had like 11 weeks or so to live. And she didn't want to do chemo anymore because the first time around when she had a lower stage cervical cancer that ended up returning, she'd done all the chemo and she was still pretty messed up from it. So this time, having a scientific background, she started researching and made up her own protocol, and it actually worked. It's slippery. Yeah, be careful.
Does it go around over that bridge over there?
It does. It's really pretty. I didn't go too far because I forgot my bear spray.
Oh no!
But I went about a half a mile down. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. She survived that cancer well past the 11-week prognosis they gave her. And then she got a secondary late-stage cancer, a leukemia, from the chemotherapy that she had first done, which is a really well-known side effect of chemotherapies. But when you have stage 4 cancer and you're not expected to survive anyway, you know, they figure, well, you're never gonna get that leukemia because you're never gonna survive long enough to get it. But she did. And she took her same approach and continued her research specific to leukemia and beat that cancer too. And it's been like 16 years since she had her stage 4 diagnoses. So I started her protocol, which involves a good number of prescription and over-the-counter civilization. I hope you don't mind that I'm out of breath, because you get to be in Yellowstone with me. I keep thinking I see bears. I started her protocol, and it was a little bit difficult to gather all of the prescription drugs I needed. And you know, the over-the-counter ones are expensive. But anyway, I've been on that protocol for about a month now, and not fully on the protocol. Oh, this is gonna be good. Because I was having nausea and lightheadedness and just, oh yeah. So cool. I just wanted to go at my pace with it. So I've implemented most of the protocol, but not all, which is not the way to do it, because if you're not implementing all of it, then you're leaving some pathways open, and the cancer cells can learn to get their food through those open pathways. But you know, I gotta do what I gotta do, and I'm working toward it. I just got blood work back after being on that protocol a month, and unfortunately my liver enzymes are elevated. And it does, the protocol does include the human version of Fenbendazole, which is mebendazole, which I actually hear is not quite as effective, but I'm giving that a try, and I'll probably go back and forth between that one and Fenben. So, not much to see there. I'll flip it back to me. Yeah, so elevated liver enzymes. I am having some liver pains, but I was having liver pains before. Then they kind of went away, and I was like, yay, it's working. And now they're back again. So what else am I taking? I'm taking atorvastatin and metformin and atorvastatin, metformin, and bendazole. Oh, aspirin, loratadine. Oh gosh. You know what, I think it's going to take me too long to try to remember them all right now, so I'll just, I'll put in the text on the bottom of this video, a list of everything I'm taking right now. So, I mean, obviously I'm feeling well enough to be hiking, although I do feel tired relatively often. And I couldn't join my friends. They were doing a 17-mile hike, and my max right now is about 4 miles. So I am living life, focusing on really enjoying what is here to enjoy, and not paying too much attention to a possible future which is unknown. But I'll add to that, it's not all just enjoyment. There's a lot of moments of fear and sadness that I feel like I'm sometimes running away from, which is why I think I go on these trips sometimes to just, it's, you know, half of it, or more than half, is probably like, yeah, we gotta do this. This is our time on earth, and we should spend it in the way we want, and this is how I want to spend it. But also, staying still can be really uncomfortable for me. especially with dealing with the grief of the death of my mom and the fear of leaving my daughter without me. So, and my grandma's in hospice, and although I visit her, it's challenging for me. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I started taking mini doses of tamoxifen, maybe like 2 milligrams a day instead of the recommended 20. But I'm taking 180 or more milligrams of melatonin, which also cuts back on the estrogen, so I'm hoping that the 2 milligrams of tamoxifen is okay. I just don't want too much of that in my system. It has so many nasty side effects. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me at Yellowstone, and let me know if there's anything I can answer for you that I haven't answered. Yes, please. Thank you so much for watching.